Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today we'll be discussing on Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. So today we'll be dealing with the second chapter of the said act, and the second chapter talks about the sexual offences against children. Okay, so the first one is penetrative sexual assault and punishment, therefore. So, Section 3 of this Act talks about the penetrative sexual assault. A person is said to commit penetrative sexual assault if that particular person penetrates his penis into the vagina, mouth, urethra, or anus of a child, or he inserts any object or a part of the body into the vagina, urethra, or anus of a child, or manipulates a child to cause penetration into the vagina, urethra, anus, or any part of the body of a child, or applies his mouth to the penis, vagina, anus, urethra of a child, or makes that child to do so. The punishment of this act is given under Section 4, which is from 7 years to life imprisonment and fine. And another one is the aggravated form of that penetrative sexual assault. So, Section 5 deals with the aggravated penetrative sexual assault on a child. There are various categories under the said act. So, the first one is the penetrative assault done by a police officer at the police station in the course of his duty, where he is known or identified as a police officer. And the second one is if the act is done by the member of the armed forces or security forces within the limit of the area where he is deployed, or in any area under the command or armed forces, or in the course of his duty, or otherwise where he is known or identified as a member of security or armed forces. And the further categories includes public servant, management staff of the jail, remand home, detention home, observation home, or any other place of custody or care or protection established by or under any law for the time being in force, or the act done by management or staff of a hospital, whether government or private, or by the management or staff of an educational institution or religious institution. Gang penetrative sexual assault on a child, committing sexual assault on a child using deadly weapons, fire, heated substances, or corrosive substances, causing grievous hurt or causing bodily harm and injury to the sexual organ of the child, or causes the child to be mentally ill, girl child pregnant, or physically incapable, or the yeah, or taking the advantage of child's physical, mental incapabilities, repeating offences, assault on child below 12 years of age, offence by a relative, institution providing services to the child, person in a position of trust or authority, sexual assault with a pregnant child, attempt to murder, communal or sectarian violence, a previously convicted offender, makes the child to strip or naked in public. All these are the categories and the offences which are done under the head of aggravated penetrative sexual assault, and the punishment for the same is given under the Section 6 of the Act, where a person doing such heinous act can be punished for from 10 years to life imprisonment, and also has to pay the fine. And the other category deals with the sexual assault and the punishment. So the Section 7 talks about the sexual assault. So touching the vagina, penis, anus, or breast of the child and makes the child to touch himself or does any other act with sexual intent which involves physical contact without penetration is said to commit sexual assault, and the punishment for the same is given under Section 8 from 3 years up to 5 years and also fine. And the punishment for the aggravated sexual assault is from 5 to 7 years and also fine. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, so the other category deals with the sexual harassment and the punishment for the same. So, sexual harassment is when a person is said to commit sexual harassment upon a child. When such person with sexual intent does wrong words or gestures towards the child, exhibits his part of body, shows pornography, stalks the child, threatens the child to involve in any kind of sexual act, or forces a child for pornographic purpose. And the punishment for the same is given under section 12, which is imprisonment up to 3 years and fine. So, thank you.